Okay, it says live on my end. Okay, so hello and welcome back. Again, I say welcome back a lot because we don't do this as regular anymore because like the news is slow.
Yeah.
Thanks, pandemic and other crap. Anyway, welcome back to the College Cheese Podcast, episode 164, as in Nintendo 64, not really.
Yeah.
As always, I'm your host Al, and joining me is one of the regulars. Joe's here,
Mhm.
as you can see on your screen. Nate will not be joining us because he's doing dad stuff, probably. And don't know where Aaron is.
Yeah.
He might stealth on us
Yeah.
because we know how stealthy he is. Jumping out a window and posing in front of the moon.
Hashtag bull in a china shop.
I thought you were gonna say bullet, and I'm like, what? Anyway, yeah. So hopefully this episode goes smoother than the previous one when we were scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Because there's actually some substantial news that has come to light in the past couple weeks, mostly over the new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I'll start this off by saying about the Xbox because apparently pre-orders for the Xbox just went live either today or maybe last night, so pretty recent. And apparently I saw a tweet from somewhere saying that apparently Xbox One X sales on Amazon have gone up 740%.
Wow.
And it's how many people, how many parents who know nothing about gaming and their kid is asking for the Xbox Series X and they're like, so you want the Xbox X?
Yeah.
Got it. And they go out and buy an Xbox One X.
It also might be due to the other thing, the fact that Microsoft also bought out ZeniMax, the parent company to Bethesda.
That is a huge. That was all over my Twitter feed yesterday.
It's a bit of a double-edged sword, at least from my perspective, because on one hand, it's like, oh hey, Microsoft now has basically the rights to all of Bethesda's games, being the big ones: Skyrim, Fallout, even Doom was made by Bethesda, and all of those games are either on or are going to be on PC anyway, and with the whole fiasco with Mixer, they're not exactly on everybody's high list.
Right.
So they're I mean, it still doesn't give anybody a reason to get an Xbox when they can just play them on their PC.
Yeah.
However, on the other end of the spectrum, I was actually talking to myself about this earlier this morning when I woke up. Is the fact that Bethesda games still might appear on PlayStation, but Microsoft can be like, oh hey, we know you're winning the console war, but you're still going to have to pay us. So they're gonna help. They're trying to get a better monopoly on the better AAA sellers.
Yeah.
I want to say. So even if people still buy more PS5s, they're still going to get something out of it with all the Bethesda games.
Right.
So that alone is a good marketing ploy by Microsoft.
Right. And then obviously having the Bethesda games and stuff, obviously it's going to sell more Game Pass subscriptions probably.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because from what I hear, Nate has said on several past podcasts, Game Pass is a great service.
It is. From what I've heard, it's a great service.
I mean, you pay what? Was it $15 a month?
Something like that, yeah.
And it's and then you get access to this huge library where it's not, and you hear it all the time. You watch the Xbox E3 conference from last year or whatever, and they're this game's coming out. It's gonna be on Game Pass day one. It's not oh, this game's coming out and it'll be on Game Pass in 6 months. No, it's gonna be out. So I'm okay, that's cool. But yeah, it's don't get me wrong, I got a lot of love for Xbox because I still consider the Xbox 360 one of the greatest consoles of all time.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
But it's I'm not gonna run out the door and pre-order the Xbox Series S or X or whatever because it's most of these games that are gonna be big hitters on the Series X, I could just get on PC.
Yeah.
Halo Infinite, that's gonna be on PC.
Yep.
Pretty sure whenever they come out with a new Gears or Forza, those will probably be on PC as well.
Yep, Gears has started coming to PC since 5, I believe, or
Yep.
was it
And
just
even Game
before
Pass
that?
is on PC.
Yeah, also that.
So it's like, okay. I mean, we don't know what the future holds, but it's like, okay, Microsoft, what what can you do to sell me on this Xbox Series S or X or whatever?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not gonna run out the door and buy a PS5 either,
Yeah.
because I don't need another router in the house.
Yeah.
Also, there's the thing about the $70 games,
Mm.
which I think like we could like agree that it was only a matter of time before somebody bumped up their price of games to
Yeah.
$70.
The more
But
sophisticated technology gets, the more expensive it's going to get.
right, but it's like it's not gonna. I'm not pleased about it. But then again, I rarely buy games for 60.
Yeah.
So
It takes a very special game for me to spend full price on it, like Ghost of Tsushima, for example,
mhm.
which I still need to finish.
That's right. You haven't finished that yet, have you?
Yeah, I haven't played it in a while, actually. It's it's just so
Is it overwhelming?
inconvenient.
Okay.
It's not as overwhelming as Red Dead, but
Okay.
it's a little inconvenient because like I don't have enough ports in the back of my monitor to hook up both my PS4 and my computer.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have to switch out Ethernet ports if I want to play it through my monitor. And even if I don't, I have the remote play thing, which is shoddy at best because we don't have the best internet. And it's just a hassle.
Okay. Yeah, that's shocking. Ghost of Tsushima, aka the Joe and Nate game,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'll bet money neither one of you have finished it.
Yeah, well, Nate, understandably so, because he has dad
Yeah.
duties and
Yeah.
he's a responsible member of society for the most part.
Yeah. You mean we're not? It's
Mm,
okay. It's okay. Nate, if you listen to this, it's fine, because it's like I'm not gonna give you crap because Nate always has given me enough crap for beating Persona 5 and Royal before
yeah,
him.
and platinuming it before him.
Both of them. Anyway.
Mm,
Uh but yeah, it was only a matter of time before somebody bumped up the price of their games to $70. And I'm like, I don't know. Apparently the Demon Souls remaster, I think like it was the deluxe, was listed for 90.
wow.
It was 80, I think 89.99. I can't really say anything because I've played like no Souls games at all. Like I asked you this before, so you could just give your opinion again. Do you think the Demon Souls remaster is worth $90?
I don't rightly know because, well, one, I know a lot of people love Demon Souls to bits, and I can understand that completely.
Hmm.
I don't harbor the same affection because I got mad at it because it's hard. It's like I played Demon Souls just coming off like maybe a month prior to beating Dark Souls 1.
Hmm.
So I was going into Demon Souls with the mindset of I beat Dark Souls, so that skill set should carry over to Demon Souls and I should be okay for the most part. That was wrong. That was very, very painfully wrong. That game kicked my ass. Enough to where I said, no, I'm not doing this to myself again.
I'm not putting
No
myself through
way.
this.
Yeah. And I stopped, I put it away, and I haven't gone back to it since. I understand it's a great game. Super good game. I might go back to it eventually because I do have it on Plus, but I need to get Plus again. But yeah,
Okay.
the remaster I think would probably be worth 70 in all honesty, but like it depends on what the deluxe version has.
Okay. I'm just looking at I'm just scrolling down the Slack real quick. Make sure I don't miss anything.
Hmm.
Other random stuff on the PS5. You posted this in random the other day. Apparently, people bought a $700 piece of paper,
Yeah. So, story behind that.
which is fantastic.
Yeah, there's a couple people, a couple very smart, I guess, yeah, a couple very smart people that were selling, were advertising on Amazon, I think, that they were selling a PS5 for like $700, and at first glance you'd be like, "Oh, cool! I can get this like right now and not have to worry about everyone buying them all out." Until you actually read the advertisement, and it turns out it's like a high quality piece of paper.
Hmm.
And two out of the four listings were bought. So two people spent $700 on a piece of paper.
It's fantastic.
Oh,
But yeah, also like the price. Obviously, the price of the consoles was revealed. The PS5 is going to be $500, or the one without the disc drive was $400, I think.
yeah, the digital only version.
The digital one, and then the Xbox Series X is $500, while the Series S is $300, which is nice.
Yeah, it is nice because it is technically considered a next gen console.
Right.
Though it is very obviously stated that the S is not going to have like the same fidelity as like the X.
Right. It still does the 4K. It does supposedly the 120 frames.
Oh, does it still?
Yeah, I think that's what it said. Yeah. But it does the native 4K. It does the 120 frames, I think. But yeah, I think that's about it. And obviously the X is more powerful, which as it should be, because if it's going to cost $200 more, then give people their money's worth. And then there was like,
they're making a habit of putting out 2 consoles per generation now.
It's like I should have threw this in the Slack. It was a very confusing headline from just the most renowned gaming news source, IGN.
Oh, lovely. They're still around?
Yeah, surprisingly. But they're like, the Xbox Series S will not like upscale games like the Xbox Series X. It'll upscale them like the Xbox One S did compared to the X. It was so confusing. I'm like, wait, what?
Okay.
So basically you're saying that like the Xbox Series S won't upscale games as well as the X. That's all you could have said.
Yeah, that's understandable.
It was so confusing. But as we all know, IGN just the most premier gaming news source.
Yeah, when not you pay really.
Them. Put them up there with like Kotaku.
Yeah, they're kind of like the EA of journalism.
Yeah,
they'll give you a great review if you pay them.
I was gonna say oof, but I agree with it. So like another thing that got announced that you're pretty excited about was a Devil May Cry 5 like definitive with playable Virgil. Apparently that's not coming to PC though.
Yeah, like the special edition itself isn't coming to PC, though I still think Virgil as a playable character is coming.
Okay.
I just don't think we'll have Legendary Dark Knight or Turbo Mode and whatever else the special edition entails. But I think we're still getting Virgil.
Okay. Because like the Destructoid article that I put in the Slack, where they're like, oh, it's not coming to PC because it has been optimized for the new consoles. I'm like, it's
like, optimized or not, this shit was made on a PC.
Right. It's like you can like power up a PC way better than a console.
And with the brand new affordable fucking GTX 3000 series.
If you're able to find one.
Yeah, if you're able to find one.
Yeah, because like, another thing that happened was the pre-orders for the GTX 30 series, like they went up and I haven't seen anybody who was able to get a 3080. Nobody.
Like, they went up and then it was like out of stock. It's like
because apparently bots, people had bot accounts that just scooped them all up.
Yeah, fucking scalpers.
Like, yeah, I was seeing a bunch of tweets from people. Like, people were camping on these websites and just Brock Lesnar all over the place, just F5ing that page, just F5ing that page to death. And it's like, yo, that one frame sellout. So, thankfully, I wasn't one of those people.
They were doing that to the PS5s too. To the point to where actual Sony had to apologize for the lack of PS5s for pre-order.
Amazon was putting out notices to people who pre-ordered. They're like, yeah, we know you pre-ordered, but you might not get it on launch
Mm, there's
because
just
of the
too
sheer
many.
amount of people that have bought it.
Mm.
Um. Okay, but speaking of PC, another game that's highly anticipated is Cyberpunk,
Yep.
and the PC specs came out for Cyberpunk.
And they are remarkably low.
Yeah, they were surprisingly reasonable.
Yeah, like I can run the minimum like pretty comfortably.
I don't think I can, but it's fine because like I wasn't planning on buying Cyberpunk at launch anyway.
Yeah, I posted it.
I got the article here.
Yeah,
Let's
try
see.
it.
Minimum. Yep.
Minimum, it's like 67-bit Windows 7 or 10. It's funny that it's available for the 7 as well. And then DirectX 12 and
Yep.
i5 3570
Or
or
an AMD FX 8310.
only 8 gigs of RAM.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah. For a minimum.
Graphics card GTX 780, 3 gig, or AMD Radeon.
780. That's the thing that really throws me off. It's like the
Yeah,
minimum is
that was
780?
surprising. Um,
It's like
and then
they,
70 gigs of storage
yeah, for the minimum.
for the
It's
minimum.
like
Yep.
that's astounding. Like, did they like super compress the files? Like, I mean, I know there's a certain art to adding detail to nothing. So I'm wondering like if that's how they did it. Because like if that's the case, then it's probably gonna have like half the polygon count we actually expect it to have,
Hmm.
which is ridiculous.
So you didn't like seeing that, and then like thinking like to the Final Fantasy VII remake and how much space that takes up because nothing is
Yeah,
compressed.
isn't it like 120 gigs for part one?
Yeah, yeah, it's like over 100 for part one. For part one,
For part one,
and I'm like, what
I
the?
don't even know where part one
Where's
ends.
where's the freaking Final Fantasy VII remake Warzone? And this is the freaking like 80 gig updates. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is surprising like how reasonable the minimum specs are.
Mm.
So, let's see. Also scrolling down, more news on the PS5. Sony confirmed that the PS5 will not be backwards compatible with the PS1, 2, or 3, which
Yeah,
was a
that's
bummer.
that's really upsetting. It's like, if anything, they're just gonna package them all with PlayStation Now and have you stream them again, even though we
Uh,
all know streaming games is a horrible idea unless you have the most perfect internet
yeah,
possible.
you have like just like immaculate internet, and then like because I saw some people like when I found that the headline about how it's not going to be backwards compatible with the one PS1, 2, or 3, people were like, if you want to play these old games, just whip out your old consoles and play them there. I'm like, yo, who has them? Who has them anymore?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, let me just like the PS2 doesn't have HDMI ports.
Yeah, right. I think it might have with an add-on, but like, yeah.
And it's like, oh hey, let me just those freaking RGB cables.
Mm.
Wait, what next? It's like let me just pull my CRT TV out of the closet, or or my plasma screen.
Yeah.
Like, let's see. So away from PlayStation news for a second, but Nintendo had another one of their partner showcases. Actually, they had technically had two directs in a day because one was the partner showcase, and the one that immediately followed was a Monster Hunter theme one because we got some Monster Hunter news for the Switch. Getting Monster Hunter Rise.
Yep. And then Stories 2.
Which everybody thought that like some people legitimately thought that that Rise had an accent mark in it, so they read it as Monster Hunter Rise.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, what the idol from Persona 4?
Yeah. Like Street Fighter 5 Rise up.
Because like now I'm just picturing like a Rathalos with like Rise's pigtails.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's like they announced Stories 2, and like that looked cool. I totally forgot Stories 1 was a thing. No
Yeah, I
offense
never
to
even knew Stories 1 was a thing.
let's see. I remember. I'm trying to remember what else they showed in that direct because not a lot of it caught my eye. There was Rune Factory 5. That looked kind of cool. Uh, can you marry Lou Bega in the game? More video games need Lou Bega in it.
Yeah, they do.
Let's see. Oh, Disgaea 6.
Oh yeah.
That got announced to be a thing. I think Aaron played Disgaea, so if he was here, he could. Yeah, I mean, like I played a demo for I think Disgaea 5, and I think actually Disgaea 5 is gonna be there's a game trial of it where like the entire game unlocks for like a weekend.
Wow.
So
I saw Moss playing 4 the other day.
Might be able to try it there, but they were saying like Disgaea 6, like yeah, like the damage can go into like the zillions or whatever. It was just some like absurdly large number. I'm like, why? And then like your character level can be in the billions, and I'm like, why? Yeah. You know, it's like I get that this guy is like a very quirky series, I guess, but I don't know. And then the new Ori game is on the Switch as well.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is funny because I could have swore I saw a tweet from a while ago saying that they had no plans at all to put it on the Switch, and yet here it is. I think it's actually out now. Or out soon. Let me look this up real quick.
I will check the Steam.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That's the one, right?
Yep. It came out March 11th. According to Steam.
And it came out on the 17th on the Switch.
And it's overwhelmingly positive in both all reviews and recent.
Good. Hopefully, I'll bet money Eric has played it, or he plans to.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, he has it.
Okay.
Him, Moss, and my other randos has it.
Let's see. What was I gonna say next? Crap! I closed this Slack by mistake. Oh, another random note. Another game that we have mentioned on this podcast several times. How we're like, this game needs to come to PC or current gen consoles. Is Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, the one good thing to happen in 2020.
Yeah. After what, the 10th anniversary of it?
The 10th anniversary of it. Yep.
Finally releasing the complete edition for all other platforms. PS4,
all other platforms, which include Switch. Google Stadia.
Yeah, for some weird ass reason.
So that way we can get Nate's rousing review of it on Google Stadia. Mm-hmm. How he can he'll press the space bar to jump, and the character will jump 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Let's see. Talked about that. $70 games yet? Okay. More PS5 stuff that I forgot to mention. New God of War was announced.
Yep.
So, if Nate was here, I'm sure he would talk more about that because Nate is the God of War guy.
Yep.
So, Dad of War 2.
It says Ragnarok is coming. Like, ooh.
The dumb wrestler?
No. And then, aside from that, there's also Final Fantasy 16.
Yup.
That was announced, and apparently is a prequel to 15.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to get to play as young Noctis, I guess? Well, younger. Noctis is already pretty fucking young.
Yeah, I was going to say, isn't he like a teenager? Yeah. Or like, I don't know. Let's see. I'm scrolling, scrolling down the Slack. God of War 2, boy.
Boy edition.
Let's see.
That was that.
That was from last time.
Halo ODST arrives on the Master Chief Collection on PC like today. No, tomorrow. Yeah, today.
Today?
Yeah, I think it's today.
I think it's today. Because I think I saw a screen cap of a friend of mine playing it, and I'm like, that's cool. Because, like, you played ODST, right?
I played. Yeah, I remember a little bit of it. I remember the firefight a little more, but I don't remember if I ever finished it.
I was gonna say, because I've never, as big a Halo fan as I am, I never played it. So that, like, because Halo 3 came out like kind of when I wasn't playing games very much. It's like the only thing I remember about ODST was like everybody wanted to buy ODST to get into the Reach beta.
Yeah, ODST wasn't terrible. It was different because you weren't a Spartan. You were just a regular ass shock trooper.
Right, it was
So
like
you
the
weren't
first
as
Halo game where
powerful.
you weren't a Spartan.
Yeah. So you weren't as like powerful or overwhelming. So you had to take the game a little slower and a little more with a little more tact. And people didn't like that.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't like it. But the firefight mode was really, really good.
Yeah, you could play as Sergeant Johnson.
Yeah.
I think, right?
I think so.
Let's see. Nope. Oh, I saw a tweet earlier. Apparently, the people that left Lab Zero Games, they started a new company.
Oh, really?
I'm gonna look up that real quick. Yeah, they started a new company called Future Club. Let's see, former Skullgirls developers established. No, I'm not looking at that. That's a fucking Kotaku article. Let's see. If it'll load. Let's see. Future Club is a new dev-owned studio from ex-Lab Zero staff. Yep. So yeah, good for them. Because Mike Z is not a great person.
Yeah. Oh, and some other random news. PSO2 is currently having a Soccer Wars collab.
Oh, okay. I forgot Soccer Wars was a thing.
Yeah.
There's like a new Soccer Wars that just came out a couple months ago, I think.
Really?
I think on PS4.
Huh. Oh, yeah. They were advertising that in GameStop last time I was there.
Okay, because I remember like, yeah, I think it's just called Soccer Wars. There it is. Yeah, because I thought that the virtual YouTuber was in it because the girl looks like her.
Okay.
Oh crap, what's the Kazuna AI?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just called Soccer Wars. It's a dating sim. It's a dating sim and action role-playing game. Good.
I've thought about watching the anime. I don't know if I want to.
I didn't even know there was an anime.
Yeah, it's originally started as an anime.
Okay. Let's see.
I might I might do like what I did with the others and just dip my toes in like the first couple episodes and then I forget about it.
Like that. What was it? The ReZero?
Yeah, well, I watched the first full season of ReZero.
Okay.
It's like got kind of into it. It was like, all right, this is kind of cool.
I just found it funny. I was like, because I remember you mentioned it, and I vaguely knew what you were talking about, and then like 2 days later on Twitter, all I saw were just like fan art of the maid or whoever the girl is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe season 2 started yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's old. I was going to mention the Gotham Knight, but that's more Aaron territory.
Yeah, he talked about that last time he was on, which was like 3 weeks ago.
Something like that.
And we already talked about Roshi. He still looks really sick. Like he's got some really interesting tech.
Oh, that reminds me. So you mentioned the thing about Sien, right? and how like he's made like every Capcom Cup. Did you see that article on Event Hubs?
No.
So they posted an article about that.
I think I saw the thumbnail because it had him like it has his face over the Undertaker because he's
Yeah,
sitting
I
there.
was just about to mention that because I was scrolling down Event Hubs earlier and I saw that and I'm like, God damn it!
I only saw the picture. I never read the article.
I'm just going down Event Hubs right now, seeing what's going on. Oh, apparently, another rumor, but apparently, Suda51 has gone very quiet, and it's rumored that everybody thinks that Travis is coming to Smash.
Of course, they would think that.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Smash, apparently, I think an article, I think a Famitsu thing came out, and it basically implied that Fighter Pass 7 is going to be announced very soon, which would kind of make sense because it's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while, and I'm sure these hardcore Nintendo people like me, not really. Yo, I'm tired of playing Mario 64. I want Smash news. I don't know. I know a lot of people were like, that's another thing that Super Mario 3D All Stars came out. And it's annoying me because all I'm seeing now are people bitching on how short Mario 64 is.
I mean, yeah. Did they not play it when it originally came out?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this game is like 4 million years old.
Yeah, there's only like what 20 something worlds.
Yeah,
It's like the gameplay is getting like all, I think 8 stars, because there's the 6 missions, then there's the red coins are part of the 6 missions, then there's the 100 coins. So like 7 stars per level, that add up to like 120.
yeah, there's 120 stars. Yep, and I'm just like, what do you people expect?
Yeah,
I don't know.
People are dumb.
Yeah, it's like
that, and even with them fixing the fact that you can't do backwards long jumps anymore, they've still figured out how to like skip through doors that you can't access.
Okay.
As I saw a clip of somebody, it was upstairs in like the stairs before the star door to the infinite staircase. And they long jumped into the wall, then kick jumped off the wall and just kept going back and forth between the walls over and over again, and that's what they used to build up their momentum to phase through the door and into Bowser's room.
Okay.
So it's still possible, it just takes a little longer.
So they didn't this was like a long ass time ago, but didn't they do like a thing on Twitch with Mario 64 where it's like trying to get through the game without hitting the A button?
I think so, yeah. There was a bunch that they tried.
It was weird. I'm like,
there's that one. There's another one I saw where it was literally like 100 people versus a speedrunner.
Okay.
So like a speedrunner would go through the game trying to like I don't know if it was like star limit or up to the third Bowser fight, but he would be doing the game, and then 100 people would be collecting their stars, and they would all be cumulative. It's like you could all do different ones and collect them all and shit like that, and they would try to beat the speedrunner. And I think the speedrunner still won.
Nice. It's like I remember that, and I remember it was the thing on like the snowy mountain or whatever, and trying to collect like all 8 red coins without the 1-up mushroom touching you.
Yeah, the Green Demon Challenge.
Yeah. So I remember seeing that, and I'm like,
yeah. Aaron tried doing a couple of Green Demons in Super Mario 64. It's like, oddly enough, every 1-up in every other Mario game tries to avoid you, but the ones in Super Mario 64 like tried to get to you. So I think it was originally a Japanese person just had the brilliant idea of like, okay, I'm gonna try to do the challenges while this mushroom is chasing me.
Okay. I'm just scrolling down this thing, and apparently, like, now people want a Halo and Doom crossover, because now that Doom guy and Master Chief are under the same umbrella.
I mean, it's possible.
You know,
it'd be interesting if
it'd be interesting. It's not something I'm against.
It'd be interesting if we get a Praetor armor set in Halo Infinite. That'd be pretty cool. That's interesting.
Yo, when are we gonna get a crossover between Forza and Evil Within?
Yeah. So I can drive the evil within
Or
and shove needles up my tailpipe.
Wolfenstein and Blinks the Time Cat.
I mean, there is time control in one of the slightly more recent Wolfensteins. I forgot which one it was. I think it was just a remake, just literally called Wolfenstein.
Fucking Blinks the Time Cat. Let's see. Did we talk about how Borderlands 3 is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X?
I don't think so.
Okay, so that's a quick mention. Borderlands 3 is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X, and existing console players get free next-gen upgrades.
Also, another small thing that reminded me, Dead by Daylight is also coming to next-gen consoles, and it already has gotten its engine rework.
Okay.
They're currently rolling out the updates to the maps.
But I mean, who plays Dead by Daylight anymore?
I was literally just playing it yesterday.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
It looks pretty good.
You gotta play Fall Guys.
No, God no.
I feel like Fall Guys is kind of like not because now that everybody, it's like Fall Guys had its like moment in the spotlight,
it's 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and now everybody's talking about Among Us.
Yeah, I've played Among Us. It was mindless bought it for both of us. I played it on a friend of mine's stream for like 4 or 5 games. My very first game of Among Us, I got imposter along with my streamer friend, and he got voted off, and I still managed to win us the game. And then the very next game, my second game, I ran off to the left, and I was with somebody who turned out to be the imposter, so I died within the first 10 seconds. So you win some, you lose some.
Nice. I went back to Twitter real quick. I gotta find this. It was a tweet from Elliot from Internet Today, and oh god, where is it? Where is it? Okay, here it is. So he posted a tweet that said September 2016. This mobile game is giving me a reason to go out and explore my community and even meet other people. September 2020. This mobile game is training me to lie. I can now gaslight even my closest friends and family. I think I might be a sociopath.
Yep.
But
also, a quick side note: summer ends on Friday, so fuck you, summer.
Yeah, and it's like I say fuck summer. And I'm not even saying that because 2020 and the pandemic and crap like that. No, I just don't like summer.
Yeah. Summer just in general is a terrible season. It gets far too hot. And this summer specifically has been a nightmare.
It's been like, and we live on the East Coast. So like I'm sure like people like a certain somebody we know who lives on the West Coast and a very southern part of the West Coast. It's like, oh, how like, you know, like we know people who live in like California and Florida, all that stuff. And it's like, we're like, oh my God, it's so hot here. And it's like 85 degrees. Mm-hmm. But to them, it's fucking freezing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like, and on the other side of the spectrum, we're basically Nords. Like it gets to like 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're like, this is fine.
This is fine. Because it's like I've said a million times. It's like, if it's cold, you can put on a hoodie and wrap yourself in a blanket to stay warm.
Yep, I have said that a whole bunch of times. Like, you can put an infinite number of clothes on, but you can only take so much off.
Right. You could be walking around butt-ass naked, and you're still hot and sweaty. And it's probably even worse because you're all hot and sweaty and gross.
Yep.
And then it's like you're sitting in like a chair or like, you know, laying on your bed or whatever. And you go to get up, and you just kind of peel off it, and it's gross.
Yep.
So yeah, fuck summer, fuck hot weather. We had like 3 heat waves here. You know, again, it probably pales in comparison to some people, like the people who live in California. Sorry about the wildfires. That's a terrible thing. The apples are burning. Also, like, apparently one of the big fires was caused by a gender reveal party.
Yeah.
By a grenade.
Yeah, by an accidental pipe bomb.
Yep. It's a fucking, like, to the point where I said this to you, where apparently the woman who started the trend of the gender reveal party denounced the fad that she started, saying, "Oh my God, stop having these parties. Nobody cares about your kids' privates."
Yeah.
Other than yourself. Because it's like, I mean, maybe it's because, like, you know, I don't have any children. But it's like, okay, cool. It's like a gender reveal party is like, I mean, there's already a baby shower. What else do you need?
Yeah.
And it's like, just another thing for people to pat you on the back for. Congratulations, you fucked.
That's a good way to put it.
You just have like a banner hanging on the wall instead of saying like happy birthday or like something like that. It just says congratulations, you fucked. It's like,
that's a great card. That needs to be made.
So does this mean you like the College Cheese podcast? We need to like embark on a new venture of making greeting cards. You know, greeting cards for every occasion. Congratulations, you fucked. Congratulations, you didn't die.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, there's already birthday cards like that.
Or sorry for punching your face.
Sorry for running over your dog. I think that card exists too. There's a lot of weird ones out there.
So, oh boy, I can't wait for that Hallmark sponsorship. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to. Let's see, what else do we have? I don't think we have much else.
Yeah, I think that's it actually.
Let's see. Oh, this is something you posted. Oh, this is a while ago. I'll mention it. Sony says to expect more of its first-party PlayStation games on PC.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will go better than the Horizon port, because I still think people are saying that port is not great. Which is shocking, because apparently that game and Death Stranding were made on the same engine.
Yeah.
And the Death Stranding PC port was great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. I just randomly remembered this, but apparently because of Microsoft buying ZeniMax, a lot of people are yelling at Sony to basically acquire the Metal Gear license, or Konami.
I don't even know if it's worth it anymore.
I mean, Konami ain't. I mean, I don't know how they're doing with business. I know,
yeah.
But it's like, what does Konami have anymore, other than like, you know, like they have Metal Gear, they have Bomberman, they have Silent Hill. Like what other franchises do they have?
I don't know. I think that's the only like notable ones.
It's like, I mean, hey, Bomberman. When are we gonna get Bomberman Act 02?
No.
Ugh. Well, yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's old. We talked about that already. Let's see. Prince of Persia is getting a remake.
Yep. Sands of Time.
It's like, we just talked about that yesterday, and I'm just like, to me, it's like, the game must have been decent, because I didn't hear like, you know, people saying it was bad or anything. But I feel like, to me personally, it's like, this is another game where it's like, who asked for this remake? I mean, it's not nearly as bad as SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, because that game, I'm like, who asked for that?
It's like 4 people, Ray included.
Yeah, it's like who like what next? Are we gonna get like a remaster of like I don't know, a Shrek game? Or yeah, when are we gonna get a remake of Cartoon Network Punch Time Explosion?
Yeah, I think that game was pretty good.
Wasn't it just like a Cartoon Network like Smash clone?
Yeah, but I think it was actually pretty good.
Okay. We're gonna get a remaster of PlayStation All Stars.
No.
So people can main Fat Princess.
So I could lament over, I don't know,
Killzone guy. Are you looking at what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Anyway. On that note, I think we've basically exhausted our topics for the week.
I think so.
So yeah. Let's see. We can start wrapping this. Oh, unless you got something else you want to throw in real quick.
I don't think so. I believe we've covered pretty much everything.
Okay, let's see. Cyberpunk, PS. Obviously, we have covered the PS5 to death. Let's see. Well, yeah.
Just covered it in our hot news juice.
Anyway, well, if we had any chance at sponsorship, there it went. But yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Ban TikTok. Okay. Yeah, you won't find us on TikTok.
Yeah.
We're crotchety old men.
Yeah.
We don't know about the TikTok.
We don't care about the new social media bullshit.
It's bad enough I use Twitter. So, but yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel, or follow us on Anchor, anchor.fm/college-cheese. Oh, also subscribe to the channel, and also Joe's channel as well. There. Because, if you're subscribed to the channel, you can see that me and Joe have started a new co-op venture of Persona 5 Royal, and been getting some pretty good feedback on that.
Al's making me play that garbage bullshit game.
Catch the Face Plant. Like the date of this episode. That is the latest part. That part went up today.
I still need to watch that part.
So people, disclaimer: don't yell at us, or yell at us because we won't care.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, thank you for the sub. But yeah, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Joe's channel, because Joe has he's got like a whole bunch of clip sets and stuff. They're pretty good too. I've watched them.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, follow us on Anchor. You can find all of our audio episodes up there if you'd rather just listen to us ramble rather than see our stupid face. We're also on like Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Spotify, Stitcher,
the old
and
spoofy.
Spoofy, yeah. But like anywhere you can find a halfway decent podcast, we'll be there. Thank you to the person in our comment section. You came at a good time right as we're about to end the episode. But yeah, so until next week, I'm Al.
I'm Joe.
And we'll see you hopefully next week with episode 165, and we'll see if the other guys will be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bye.
Bye.